Hi everyone, and let's talk about Botox today, and let's also see how it can be administered. So there is something called magic, and we all believe in it. And where aesthetic medicine is concerned, we have two tools for magic, Magic A and Magic B. And today we'll talk about Magic A, which I call it Botox or botulinum toxin. So this is a neuromodulator, and what it does is it relaxes the muscles which give rise to some severe lines of expressions, and here we use Botox to soften your expression. So underline this, we don't use it to take away your expression, we use it to soften it so that your expressions become a bit more pleasant. There is one more thing, Botox is used not just for softening your expressions, but it is also used for facial contouring. So if you have a very broad face, we could use some amount of Botox to narrow it down. And a very important use, it is used for even curtailing your sweating. So if someone is sweating a lot in your palms, soles and underarms, Botox could be used to bring that down. Also, it has a medical use of controlling your migraine. So if somebody is suffering from migraine, again Botox could be used to take away the headaches. But today we shall concentrate on the aesthetic uses of Botox, and we will talk about how it is used to soften your expressions. And today we have a candidate on whom we shall inject Botox into the forehead to soften the forehead lines. Botox comes as a vacuumized vial, and it needs to be pre-constituted before you inject. And there are multiple ways of constituting it. Today we will constitute it with 2.6 ml of normal saline, and when I'm injecting into the vial, you will see that the vacuum is so strong that I don't need to push the saline there, it is sucked into the bottle. Once a Botox vial is constituted, you could use it up to say 6 weeks, but I prefer to use it in the next 1 week so that the potency is strong enough. Once it is reconstituted, you need to keep it into the refrigerator because it needs to be at a certain temperature, and see to it that it is always in strict aseptic conditions so that you do not have any bacterial infections coming on top of that. When we start injecting, you first need to check the expressions of that person. Remember one thing, that the younger you are, the stronger is your muscle, and the older you are, the weaker is your muscle. So actually, as you grow older, the quantity of Botox which goes into softening the lines becomes lesser. Yes, you heard it right. You need lesser Botox as you grow older because your muscle is weaker. Mark the areas well. See to it that you inject very little in each marking because we don't want to freeze you, right? We just want the expressions to get softer. So you still have your lines on your forehead when you express. You still have your lines around the eyes when you smile, but you just look a bit more pleasant. While injecting, see to it that you mark out well before you inject. Remember one thing, that the forehead muscle, it is called the frontalis, and that is the only brow elevator that you have. That means if you end up putting too much into the frontalis, you will drop your brows down. So we need to inject in a way that the frontalis continues to elevate your brows, but all the same, it takes away the horizontal lines of expressions. Also, we have two muscles more out there. You have one which is called the procerus and two more which are called the corrugators. So in all, we are injecting into the central muscle, which is the procerus, and the two corrugators on the side and the frontalis on the top. So when we talk about the forehead, we have a complex unit of the procerus, the corrugators and the frontalis. As you can see that if you inject well, there are no bleeders, there is nothing to worry about, the patient goes back home as if nothing has happened. The result of the procedure would come within 72 hours but increase up to 1 week. So if you want to do any retouches like add more or something, you call them only a week later. There are few precautions to give to the patient. No lying down for 4 hours post Botox, so they can be in a reclining position but they don't go horizontal. Another one, we ask them to not do any strenuous exercises for the next 24 hours. So I just say you could probably go in for your walk, but don't go on lifting weights and don't go for a hectic run or something. So relax on that note. Otherwise, they can eat, drink, do everything. They can apply makeup after 4 hours, but again, don't rub that area too much. If you want to, just put some light compact. And life is back to what it was. So you go back home as if nothing has happened and you expect the lines to disappear within 72 hours. What more magic do you really need?